I joined my university, and then those friends are still with me. Then afterwards, some other courses in Aurangabad, I believe I did it, and in Mysore also, JNU. It's amazing experience. But in our times, I believe you people are more lucky than us. You people are more lucky than us. Reason, you have a liberty to attend the courses from your homes. We had long 21 days course, and when we were conducting, I mean, those were on, so we were just we were just saying no, this is not the way it should be done. And it was 21-day course, so it all went, and we all enjoyed. I'm very fortunate today. I'm amongst you. I could see there are very senior people. There are doctorate. There are youngsters. And I'm happy to be with you, really, friends. We all are teaching fraternity. So perhaps whatever my little knowledge be, I'm trying to share with you. And thank you for patiently listening to me. Hopefully, I will not be taxing. Mostly, what happens when the 15 days or 20 days program is to be done. So we always feel yawning and it's all boring. Being a management teacher, I teach MBA students, but naturally we have executive MBA and so forth. So we have habit of taking more examples, especially teachers with commerce and especially commerce background. They go with that typical notes and typical PPTs and typical kind of ways. It is expected in JBIMS, in Jamnala Bajaj, where I come from. The delivery of the talk should be related with examples and the lectures. So hopefully you will like it. Whatever part I've done in the first phase of our lecture, I expect that you must have liked it. I could see the happy faces. If you know, if no, you can always talk to your coordinator, madam, and please, through her, let me know what changes I can do. I'm like you, I'm not a big man. Whatever the rocket science, anything which I'll be telling you, it's all common which I've learned from people like you. So coming back, the advantage India part. Once again, the session which have been given to me, it's issues in trade and commerce. As this entire size is teachers of commerce who will be getting refreshed, oriented through the talks of varied professors. So issues. So instead of talking only issues, I decided why not to talk about the current status of Indian industry. Am I audible to you? Please, someone give me answer.
Yes, sir. You are audible.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So, the first part, we are still in the advantage India, and then I'll talk on the issues in some sectors and what is to be expected. See, we being a common man, though we are teachers, we are common man, and we always feel and we always say somebody has to do. Government has to do this thing. We have a role. It is we, government. So we come in that back later on. So as far as advantage India is concerned, I invite your attention on e-commerce sector. In last 10, 15 years, or maybe just after one decade, the e-commerce sector has been exponentially grown. No person amongst us have not ordered any product or any material online. Nobody in this group must not have used application on his phone or maybe from his computers. We all are part of it. We are the first generation who are doing this activity on e-commerce platform. Dear friends, the e-commerce platform in China, which was started by Jack Ma, Alibaba.com. Some of you perhaps will know it. Alibaba.com, Alistar.com, and then world over, the Alibaba.com has spread like anything. The Chinese gentleman Jack Ma, he started with his conception, the Alistar.com, which became a global platform of e-commerce. It's such a powerful platform which you and me can start it with Amazon. We all know Amazon, to Flipkart, to Jabam, to many others. And we can be part of it. If now the trade and commerce, those who have got entrepreneurial acumen, they feel that they want to do certain activity on a online platform, so they can get connected with Amazon's platform and show your products. You can sell on online Amazon platform. Now, this kind of activity, everybody can do it. You need not have to open up your shop. You need not have to, get the licenses from government officials and so forth. Whatever, the product can be sold online from your home by you. Just to give example of this, especially in Diwali, in Diwali festival, the people in Diwali, we are fond of those sweets and such some assortments, what we in Marathi call as faral. This chivda and laddu, faral, we cook at home. Everybody do at home, and that is activity I believe in entire Maharashtra. The people have gone overseas, or own Indian, they have settled overseas, and they feel that they must get that food which is prepared in Diwali should be given to them and they should receive it also. It's not easy to do it for them. So there are certain small group of entrepreneurs, they manufacture their assortments, laddu or chivna, whatever, chakli and others, and the sale of that assortment is in crores. There is a video clip which was viral on WhatsApp and other media. A gentleman who is based in Australia, he is ready to purchase the cooked food for Diwali in any quantity, and he is ready to pay for it. He sells it in Australia, and there is a market in Australia. I myself have seen a person from my place where I stay, that young chap has manufactured that, and he has dispatched that consignment to Gulf, Dubai. So there are purchases. What I mean to convey with this small example, that e-commerce not only in food sector but in every sector. In Amazon, if you have a look, you'll find there are categories, different categories of the product, right from toiletries to soaps to agriculture of clothes, utensils, and so forth. Those all products can be seen virtually, though you cannot feel and touch it. But the recommendations which have been given by the purchasers on them, people end up purchasing the product. We ourselves are the one who believe on purchasing the product. You ask yourself, you may not give, you need not have to give answer to me, but ask yourself, have you not ever purchased any product of your choice on online platform? I believe yes. A simple ticket by irctc.com for railways, Indian Railways, everybody must have done. Perhaps it gives convenience, perhaps it's easy for us, and perhaps we are sure that the product or ticket or service or anything in marketing like idea, we are sure and we believe that we believe in the brand. We believe in Amazon as a brand. We believe in a product under Amazon in the name of brand, whichever the brand be. We are the consumers. We believe in the branding, and hence the branding activity is that powerful. Because of this nature of online platforms, e-platform has been considerably developed. I invite your attention on the numbers, what numbers say about the online platform, we are still in advantage India. India's e-commerce platforms achieved a significant milestone, hitting a gross value of US $60 billion in year 2023. The value, the volume of gross marginal volume of US $60 billion, $60 billion, marking 22% increase from the previous years. It means that it showed a considerable increase of 22% year on year. Dear friends, when it is 22%, it means that it is going to touch billions of trillions of dollars of, it must be lakhs of rupees, in terms of lakhs of crores of rupees, in terms of rupees. So it has a volume, and people, not only Kishore Biyani, the name has arrived due to Big Bazaar. Big Bazaar was one of the biggest one in certain areas. In your case, there is the Nilgiris. Nilgiris was one of the most constant standing in South India, and it has remarkably grown. So that these people, those who were selling physically in malls, now they have to convert themselves into e-commerce industry. The social commerce transformed traditional retail with the indicating growth of approximately 31% CAGR, that is compounded annual growth of retail. CAGR, we take it year on year. So year on year, 31%, it means बहुत बड़ा business. It's very big. E-commerce is one of the biggest industry which is flourishing. Indian government has come up with a policy of opening up the economy with 100% equity holding for the portfolio companies, joint equity holding, and the equity holding in e-commerce has been allowed 71% with there is a retail policy which government has come up with. If those big players, something like, if you have heard of names of Sears, Kmart, Walmart, anybody know? Now these players have already arrived in India and they are ready to give products and services of international stature to Indian public, and Indian consumer is ready to purchase that. That change has occurred, and that change is not due to people started purchasing that product. No, it's a government. It was a government's 74% or more than 71% foreign equity holding is allowed, permitted in retailing activity. That's a policy. And one clause which has been added to the retail activity is the products manufactured in India should be sourced through those retail industries. So those retail owners should purchase 71% of the product or some percent of the product from the Indian manufacturers. Thus, this is the way the Indian economy in the form of retailing is going to grow. What is that policy? 100% FDI in retailing, 100% FDI in B2B, business to business, e-commerce is allowed.
Sir, now I have one question, sir. Sir, now currently GST authorities have issued a notice to all the small scale retailers in across the country, even in Karnataka also. They have issued a notice that whoever done the transaction of through Paytm and PhonePe through online, they have to cough up the tax, irrespective of whether you have a registered dealer or unregistered dealer. Your turnover has been increased the limit 20 lakhs. So you have to pay the GST like that for small vendors who are using small retailers who are using the Paytm PhonePe. Now I think in next couple of days there is a huge protest from all the retailers that we will ban all the Paytm and PhonePe. We will again come for the cash. Now, the what the government is, why the government has taken this kind of action? Because the retail sector, one way, of course, we need to improve. But here they are tarnishing the growth of small vendors like vegetable sellers, ice cream parlor sellers, and street vendors, and even the bhaji and bonda makers. These people are also have to pay the GST. See, because they have because of digitalization era, they have adopted that phone pay and Paytm, accepting the payments. But
Yes,
now
sir.
GST authorities have issued almost on everybody. They have issued notice to all the vendors who are using the Paytm and the phone pay.
Hmm.
How could be one side you are imposing the GST, another side you are bringing FD and everything, and you are want to grow retail sector. How
Hmm.
it will be balanced, sir?
See, basically, in order to give answer to this question, it's a wonderful question, and really, it is related with the small vendors. You are right that you'll find a small panwala to fish seller to vegetable seller. You'll find a QR code with it. QR code. Now it happens so. I hope that in Karnataka, Kerala, Reliance Telecommunication provides the services in that area too. There's one company name as CRED, CRED, CRED. There is application of CRED, CRED. If some of you know, I'll first of all give you example. I'm giving answer to your question, sir. When Reliance started their business activity of telephone and VoLTE, which comes from your cell phone, voice over telecommunication or voice over data transfer, that VoLTE technology was given free of cost with free SIMs. It was before 6 to 7 years. Free SIM cards and free talking for 1 year was provided, given by Reliance to that SIM owner. And people were feeling very happy. I
Yes.
don't know whether in Karnataka it was done,
Yeah, it
but
was there, sir. We
in
also
It
enjoyed
was
that
there, sir.
privilege.
yeah. So all must have enjoyed that. We were very happy customer
CDMA
who
set, sir.
CDMA also.
CDMA set.
Yes, CDMA said too. So in those days, many people, many customers, not say people, many customers were so happy that they were getting something free of cost. Because we were getting something free of cost, we were enjoying and we were talking, क्या खाना खाया? अच्छा घर में क्या बना है? अच्छा तेल कितना डाला? सब्जी कहाँ से लाई? कितने कितने? Because it was free. And people would talk any damn thing at any time, and when Reliance suddenly started charging something, and by that time, for 1 year, that the volume of the customers is so considerable. Who will purchase a non-Reliance card? जैसे कि Airtel है, और दूसरा कोई कार्ड है, who will purchase BSNL वाला? Because it is charging करके बात करने में and free of cost बात करने में फर्क होता हो. So that difference was there. People were happy, and all of a sudden, when the charges were started, and people started thinking of no, it's a Reliance, it's a money people, they will take money from us. And some of them, not all, I'm still using. See, my phone still have that card which I got free of cost, and I'm paying approximately 4,000 rupees per year now. Paying at because I can't change my phone. Dr. Nandan will have that number. So next time when Dr. Number will have to call on another, where is it? How to save that number? So I can't change it. So I got trapped in that. I got trapped in it. But that is first example. Youngsters and their friends, hopefully I'm delivering up to your expectation. I'm trying to do that. The second example is CRED, CRED. I believe that was a company which started online with application, and that application was which will remind you if you have taken a loan from any bank, loan on your credit card or debit card. That company, if it is installed, will remind you कि आपकी 15 तारीख को लोन भरने का है. Please keep your amount ready in your bank. And when you are paying through them, they would give you certain points. you accumulate 1 or 10 points or 100 points, and on the basis of those accumulated points, rating it, and you get some gift. And they have literally distributed n number of gifts to many. I had also received one gift. And this service was given free of cost. When till free of cost, people would enjoy. People were enjoying that. And all of a sudden, for that application, if you want to be the regular subscriber, please pay 1,500 per year. Many people shut down that application. Second example. Now I'll come on your point. Now these people, those who are doing business, are very poor people. Now go to certain areas, Dr. Nandan. You identify few people in your area.
Yes, sir.
Those who are doing this activity as vendors, some of them are so rich, but they still do businesses on the street. I'm not against any person. Please, I'm a teacher like you. I'm not against any person. But when it comes to paying back to government, people feel no, it is not useful. Then instead of having that UPI payment and instead of having that Google Pay and other things, ask them to give it up and do cash transaction. I bet on this, they will not survive on the street. Today, the era or the world is such that every person, in the group of 10 customers, 8 customers want to do it online. Even somebody wants, even somebody wants to take, it's a mature lot. So I want to give you this example because we give it in classes. So anybody who want to take just one piece of cigarette worth ₹10, उसके पास change नहीं होता है. Even if the change is there, he feels that नहीं, इसमें हाथ नहीं जा रहा है, जेब में हाथ नहीं जा रहा है. Take it on mobile, and they pay it on mobile. Sir Nandan, my answer to this is those who really do not want to do this UPI payment and pay the extra fee, GST. GST is deliberate, it's a deliberate activity that everybody who are earning should pay to the exchequer, like to the government for the developmental schemes. I mean, this opinion is a wholehearted opinion. Government उसको wholeheartedly use करती है कि नहीं करती है, that's a different issue. But expectation is that it's a responsibility of every citizen of this nation to build this nation. If they are earning, they are not below poverty line. If they are earning, they must give at least a meager amount, some amount, because you and me, those who are earning as a salary, we are the hefty taxpayers. Most of the schemes and most of the infrastructure which has been erected on the Indian soil by the Indians for the Indians are from the taxes of middle classes, those who are doing jobs, and from the taxes of those people who are doing their business activity. So those who are the businessmen, especially, थोड़ा सा news पे आप ध्यान करोगे, you'll find out that taxes are waived off. Anil Pondey is enjoying, he's really enjoying so much of taxes, and that too by the Supreme Court also. He indicted, but government has waived off these taxes. The businessman can readily get waived off their taxes. आप बोलिए कि 1 साल का मैं income tax नहीं भरता. The income tax people will slap your notice. वो बोलेंगे आपका पैसा किधर है, पहले भरो. My answer is very simple, dear sir. Don't quote me wrong, but my view, if the government has taken this initiative of simple, small, it should not be large. If it is 15% of the entire transaction, it's very high amount which they are taxing.
Sir,
for.
may I add something to the question of the Mr. Nandan?
Yeah, please. Go ahead.
So Nandan sir, actually that notice has been served to only those whose transaction is above 40 lakhs. Only to those. That's why we cannot say that for all small vendors it will affect.
Yes, madam. Yes, madam.
Being a teacher, मुझे ऐसा लगता है. What I feel, madam, sir.
So what happens now? Turnover, when you calculate turnover, it's based on not only sales. It's includes both purchases and sales, na, sir. So when where a customer who is selling a vegetables in a say for the example in a corner of the one area locality, he might be having many income and forward and inward transactions where it's totally annual turnover it comes to 40, and now government has given for 20 lakhs is the threshold limit. Eh, who knows if they have given for 40 lakhs now, it may come to tomorrow for 20 lakhs also.
It's not so easy, sir. That will be decided in GST Council, and
That's
all
not
the state minister has to agree for that. So reduction of threshold limit is not so easy.
no,
And
not
moreover, sir, regarding this
madam, what
notice,
I'm asking
regarding
is
this notice,
threshold means it is not reducing threshold. The people who are exceeding the 20 lakhs threshold limit, the notice it may come to for them also. That is what my procrastination. It is not the policy decision. Now GST department has issued a notice to those who are turnover exceeded the 40 lakhs.
sir,
It may
excuse me,
come down
sir.
to 20
It's
lakhs
not
also. That is
to
what.
those whose turnover exceeded 40 lakhs, but it is to those for whose account the transaction amount credited is greater than 40 lakhs.
That can be, yeah. May I intervene? That can be
Yeah,
identified.
most
Yes.
of the traders will come under the net, no, madam. You are today, even hotels who are doing a small time business, even there also income may come to up to 40 lakhs. Now, my question is not regarding the notice issued. One side, we want to improve the retail sector because most of the Indian urban economy it depends upon the retail. Now, one side government wants to improve the retail sector, other side they want to tax also. Will they be the sustainable development by balancing these two? That what my question is.
So, I think sir has given right answer for that. For their survival, they have to adopt, sir. At the same time, government want to include as many as possible under tax bracket.
I have a final say
That
on
is
this.
direct tax, madam. It's indirect tax. No, tax bracket, that is direct tax. It's like a progressive economy should not go for regressive system of taxing. So therefore, my question is that. Okay, madam. Thank you.
Okay. There can be a long discussion on this. Somebody has raised the hand. Would you like to contribute? Anybody want to contribute, please? Okay. Fine, sir. The views which are given by both of you, I take it positively. Both views are right. But ultimately, my friends, what I want to convey, whichever the government be, whichever, may it be leftist or rightist, everybody want to see a progressed economy, progressed nation. And nation is directly correlated with the progressed economy. And so as to economy to progress, it needs funds, it needs capital. Capital needs to be raised through various means. Now, tax is one of the means. Now, whom to be taxed, how much to be taxed, what to be taxed, what not to be taxed, it has to be decided by government. And so as to decide the government, it is you and me to decide which government. Which government. So, which government comes in power, it is for the betterment of the people, and there need to be a progressive tax regime. Progressive in the sense, not every time increasing, but it should be happy ending for every gentleman, whosoever be in a business or a business. So that kind of government need to be elected. Tomorrow, say not taxing few people, it has its own negatives also, which we have seen earlier, and people were evading the taxes. There are some people still they do not want to pay the tax. Okay, sir. I invite your attention on my point, which I was doing earlier. Hopefully.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
So, thank you for your time also. Thank you for input. And yes, this kind of input has to be given. I expect always in the classes, and I want to give this thought to you also, you everybody. Please expect everybody in your class speaks. Provoke them to speak. Ask them to give their opinion, and every opinion should be treated as right. I'll tell you why. Why right? Because one who speaks, he feels that, oh, yes, I was not wrong. Yes, point number one. Number two, you can auto-correct him through your thought by giving the evidences. See, boss, it is like this, whatever. So you feel lively in the class. So 100% FDI policy support is 100% FDI support. 100% FDI under the automatic route is permitted. We all have learned in our commerce that there was a time when the FDI would come in India. It was so, we were so inward looking people as far as India was concerned. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru then said, export or perish. He said then. And then he himself came up with inward looking policy. Now, what was that inward policy? In his tenure, the private sector as such was not, there was no private sector first. And every product was made every product was made to manufacture by government. These are the old stories, and now it has been liberalized. Now private sector can manufacture each and every product except the list which is given, six or seven products which are debarred from manufacturing by the private players. So this change has come, and in those days, government would say manufacture and consume within economy itself, or manufacture, do not get outside materials and manufacture it and consume it, so that the economy shall be, the oscillation, it will run. But it changed later with the international waves come. Government had to take decision, but to delicensing, liberalization, and so forth. And now there was one point which I wanted to focus by giving this example. When money would come from overseas in any form, especially FDI, foreign portfolio, foreign personal investments, and whichever investment, so there was a vigil every time. It should route through Reserve Bank of India. It should channelize through certain agencies. Now that has been removed. Government is open now. It has been removed, and now there is an automatic route. Any company, any corporation in India wish to get a foreign direct investment, it is invited, and automatically it can be routed for that industry. So that is what changes. Wonderful investment in e-commerce has been done by giant. Flipkart is poised to raise $1 billion in a new funding round. So it needs a fund. It's not fund not for technology. Yes, technology is important, but along with technology, the infrastructure and logistics part to supply the assortments, consignments on a stipulated time. I hope you are getting me what I'm trying to say. So logistics needs huge infrastructure, capital input, and that's why the fund is raised by Flipkart. Google is investing $350 million in Flipkart as a part of nearly $1 billion funding led by the Walmart Incorporation. These are the big names. Walmart and others are big names, especially as I know, Walmart is performing better in South India. So इसका भी एक स्टोरी है, अगर आपको पता नहीं है तो I would like to speak on this. As a teacher, I'm not against any nation, any community, or any political party or so, but it is documented that when the wave of retailing started in India, the retailing first of all started in South India. The retailing activity started first of all in South India, not in North India. Are you with me? Are you getting this,
Yes, sir.
please? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If I'm saying this, can somebody contribute why so? Why it happened so? I mean, it's your turn to speak. Retailing flourished in South India better than North India. Why so? Wild guess, just wild guess. Anybody can speak. I want everybody to speak, in fact.
Sir, why retailing started in South India, southern part of India, sir? Your question is?
My question is very simple. When I started, because I teach retail marketing, so there is one point which came again and again, that retailing in India, when it started, so unorganized retailing was always there. It is still there. But organized retailing started in southern India, southern part of India first, and it grew. But North India took little more time to grow it. It doesn't mean that in North India में अभी नहीं है, but in initial phase it started more in South India. क्या reason हो सकता?
Because
Whether
of
South
many.
Indians are early adopters?
For early adopters,
South
Sir, is
Indians.
it because of
more. They consume more.
they consume more. Okay, that's a wonderful answer.
the
Yes, yes.
advertisement strategy where they promote that they offer discounts and all that attracts southern people more, I think.
Take it positively, madam. Yeah.
Sir, for everything, look down south, people say, whether it's a spirituality or whether it's a consumption, or whether it's a industrial revolution. Say, for the example, most of the industries, MNC companies, have started establishing in Hyderabad, Bangalore, and Pune, Maharashtra. So many cultural diversity, many type of consumption happens in southern part of India. Maybe my personal opinion, that could be the reason, sir.
Sir, sir, can I answer, sir?
Yes, go ahead. Please.
Maybe I do not know, but maybe the support that is provided by the government here to start such. Okay.
The answers which were given by you were diverted at one end, and you all are right. What actually happened? Now, India posed different kind of culture and different kind of socio-cultural aspect. I hope you believe in this. If you go to Rajasthan, a particular different kind of culture. A culture in the sense which involve eating habits to wearing habits to thinking habits. It becomes a culture. There are many parts which involve in culture. So there are cultural diversities across India we see. And cultural diversity is the outcome of that old religious belief and rituals and cultural system. It's the outcome of that. You know, in some of the part, let me not quote which part, people are very arrogant. People are very, arrogant, aggressive. But in some of the part, people are so cool. They invite. I mean, that is why there's the tagline says God's own country. It is given to I don't know which state, but it's God's own country. They invite people that Atithi Devo Bhava. In other parts, people are afraid. I don't know how many of you have gone to the eastern part, especially Bihar. If anybody from Bihar, please forgive me, but I'm really afraid. I don't want to go to Kashmir. I don't want to go to Bihar because of the cultural aspect. I'm not quoting anybody wrong. Please don't treat me wrong. But due to cultural, such culture where where companies feel that it can get jail, we can get jail up with the people. My business will be sustainable business and they want to invest in that. The people and the culture and the society is adoptive, acceptive. That's the reason in South part, I said some retail house, Neel Varna or Neel Mangla, some retail house in South India. It's so old. And they say that they do not have branches, but it's still, we still teach in classes. People are so accustomed, adaptive, addictive, and there is a patriotic reason. Patriotic, which is really powerful. So we go to that shop, and that's the reason many retail houses have been started. Kishore Biyani का जो first retail house है, Kishore Biyani जो big bazaar वाले, he has started first in South, I think in Hyderabad. The D-Mart, the quite known, they have started wonderfully from central India towards south as well as north. The things have changed. Don't take it as it is that some people are aggressive, some are more, not that way. But in the early phase, every businessman, जैसे अभी नंदन सर ने कहा कि many overseas corporations, they felt that Hyderabad, Bangalore is the right place where government gives a good policy, government has a good policy, people are ready to accept the foreigners, and that's the reason they could flourish in that. Nanda sir, am I right or wrong?
Yes, sir. You are right, sir. Very much right, sir.
Yes, sir.
For your input. Yeah, thank you so much. So that was e-commerce. Now in first phase, now we are marching ahead towards or fag end. Now I'll close, but some of the industries which I just want to mention, I will not go deep into that. Some of the sectors I say they were as a commerce professor, you are well aware of what is the structure of a sector and industry and companies and so forth. So on the top there is a sector, and then there are industries. So some of the industries which I have come across, I'll share with you which this one's website I'm using for my teaching. So I'll share that website also after some time. So there are certain industries. I'm not talking about sectors. Industries are agricultural and allied industries, auto component, automobiles, aviation, IOSH, banking, biotechnology, cement, chemicals, consumer durables, e-commerce, education training, electric vehicle, engineering, financial services, infrastructure, healthcare, IT, media, so many industries. My dear friends, all industries, even ports, power, these are the big industries and the sectors, they have grown exponentially. I tried to take the phase from our independence to now. If you put independence as 0, we are somewhere away from that 0 towards 10, towards more than 10. It means that all sectors, all industries have grown exponentially. When I did my MBA in 1994, my professor would teach those days, 1994 ki baat kar. When they learned, some people from IIT, IIMs were the limelight, and we always expected that they should be our teachers. When they came in our classes, they were talking about the companies named as Sesa Goa. And there was another company I won't remember, but the Sesa Goa kind of company would send many vessels of iron ores to Japan, and Japan then was the highly grown country. Now, so and those vessels would go from Goa. Company's name was Sesa. It means that in those years when they did MBA, there was no facility for extracting metal from the ores. Today, we have so many companies in every sector, and every sector provides exponential growth. There is a growth opportunity, not to only industries, dear friend, please take it from me. The growth opportunity in your own industries is for you as well as for me. I can grow. Most other points which I can share with you when the time will permit us, but exponential growth has taken place in every sector. Now, here I stop as far as advantage India is concerned. India has posed advantage. And if I'm allowed to share, I would like to share that screen with you if you allow me to do so. if you give me the rights of क्या बोलते हैं, rights of host or host, if you could do a favor to me by showing them ibef.org. Madam, if you are there, Manjula madam, are you there?
Sir, you are already made as the host, co-host, sir. I think you can directly share your screen.
Hey, I have shared my screen as an yeah. I'm old, ma'am. I'm unable to do some cases, but I would like to show it to you. Just one is enough. So how I do it, madam?
Sir,
Can somebody help me out? Is it visible to you?
no, sir.
No.
Sir, do you want to show your screen?
No,
You
sir, not
select it
visible.
for
Not
files.
visible, sir.
You
What do
just
you want?
click screen share, sir. Share, sir. Share.
Now,
So that you will click.
now it's in progress, sir.
Okay.
We can see your screen, sir.
So Zoom only.
Yes.
Tell me if it is visible to you.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Discover
sir.
Yes,
India.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Dear friends, I normally use this website. Hopefully, it is visible to you.
Yes,
can you
sir.
see? Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir,
Can you
it is visible.
see? Yeah. Can you see ibef.org? And I'm just scrolling it, dear friends. See, on right hand side on my cursor, unlocking play evolution of Indian toy sector. Now, this Indian Brand Equity Foundation is a website which poses or shows the true picture of our country. Indian merchandise, you can see in the years. May 2005, that's a number. April 2025, that's a number. April 2024 to 25, there's a number. Hope that you can see on your screen. Please give me feedback.
Yes, sir. We are able to see.
Thank you. Thank you. If I scroll, dear friends, the points which I have touched today were from this. Can you see agricultural allied, auto components, automobile,
Yes, sir.
aviation? If you click anyone, I'll just click anyone. Let's take e-commerce again. So in e-commerce, it gives a picture what is how much, what number, with what pace it is growing. So whether there is a demand, what are the opportunities, what is that policy support, where is the investment coming from, who is investing in what number. I'll just scroll it quickly, dear friends. Here is a write-up. Now, this write-up you are going to need, everybody will need when you will be writing your articles, you are going to publish in Scopus journals or ABDC journals or maybe UGC listed journals. So this data which is here, you can always quote it. This is latest data. This one is the latest data, and you can cite this one. My cursor is, you can see at this cursor.
Yes, sir. You are on it now.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. You can cite this and you can very well take this readily available secondary data for your research paper, maybe for any sector. This sector will give you the market size, how much, and more other information which otherwise can be read. Investment developments. In February 21, what has happened? What Adani Group has done? You know, Directorate of General of Foreign Trade, DGFT, what they have done. Every information is uploaded, and this latest information, dear friends, is really useful for you if you are writing the research paper. Tell your students also, take the information from here. So you need not have to worry about the plagiarism, because this information is in a secondary form, data form, and can be taken for making research papers in a better fashion, formative fashion. Government initiatives, I'm just scrolling it quickly to go ahead. This is the roadmap of this e-commerce sector, where e-commerce sector is going to go, vagara. So here I'll and the other things which are given here. Case studies are, as it is given, wonderful case studies can be thrown open to your student. You can discuss with them. Plenty of case studies have been given. There are blogs which are given, which gives wonderful information on any sector of your choice. So here I stop sharing. Okay. Hopefully that was informative. You can take it on ibef.org. It's a wonderful. And then the other website, Suganya madam, any problem? Sabira madam, what you like the site website? Okay. So this information along with RBI.org, Reserve Bank of India.org, gov.in. This it gives the latest authentic information which can be really used. And use it. You use it for your research papers. If you are writing books, use it wherever, whichever information you feel, and that's authentic data. Dear friends, we are culminating ahead towards ending of this session by 5 o'clock. Manjula madam, am I right? 5 or 5:30? What
5
time I have
o'clock,
to
sir.
end?
5 o'clock. By 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. Okay. Okay. Now, on the basis of my talk and the time devoted to my talk on the topic, issues in trade and commerce in India. Till now, from maybe 2:15 or 2:20, I joined. Till 4:40 now, I'm continuously talking about developed India, advantage India. My country has considerably developed, and I myself have seen it. And I'm proud of that development, which was done not only by me and others, but by you and everyone. We expect everyone to contribute for the development of our country. That concept of my country has to be created among everybody. When that concept of my country was in the citizen, after the little heroes, what is that? Little playboys, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, little playboy, when they were dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, just after certain years of bombing of atom bombs, Japan changed itself as a developed country. And that tenure of changing of development of Japan was not more than 7 and 8 years. Within 8 to 10 years, they shifted and showed to the world after bombing atom bombs. Japan is a developed, it is in a list of a developed country. Why so? Why other countries, those who were not fought? India also fought World War, Second World War. Pakistan was also World War. But these countries didn't become the developed countries. It is due to only one value, my country, patriotism, working for my nation, changed the landscape of economy of Japan. And hence, this kind of patriotism and ownness of my country, I believe which has to come. Now let's understand what are the issues we are facing. Economy can be seen from two angles. Our very own professor of Jawaharlal Nehru has got a Nobel Prize. Amartya Sen. One was Mr. Amartya Sen, Dr. Amartya Sen, and another gentleman from Jawaharlal Nehru University who was in US, I believe in London School of Economics. who recently got a Nobel Prize in economics. So I mean to say, economics can be seen from two angles. One is growth angle. When I'm talking of growth angle, are numbers, GDP growth, foreign exchange reserves. What else? Any number, sectoral growth, monetary fiscal policy, and so forth. It can be seen from the numbers angle growth. And when I'm talking of economy from the development angle, it can be that angle where human development index, which involves points like corruption, health hygiene, education, sanitation, women development, and so forth. So economy can be seen from these two angles. When it comes to numbers, for India, we have grown our foreign direct investment, GDP, gross domestic product, GT exponentially. Now we are eyeing, Mr. Honorable Prime Minister is eyeing for 5 trillion economy. We are eyeing for trillions of economy, trillion. And our economy has grown considerably. मैं बिल्कुल accept करता हूँ. But when I'm trying to calculate per capita income for every citizen, there is unequal distribution of income. My problem, my issue in my speech, what issue I'm facing, there is no equal distribution of income. Equal distribution of income, perhaps, if you take it in a bookish language, theoretically, perhaps people are not literate, perhaps people do not want to earn, perhaps distribution is not reaching to the people because people are not awake. I believe that is not issue. I believe equal distribution of income should be there on the basis of equal creation of policies and creation of platforms to each and every download. It is very unfortunate for a country like ours, after 75 years of independence, in many areas, people talk about caste, color, creed. People are valued on the basis of caste, color, creed and discriminated. That is the issue. And this discrimination within ourselves allows the outsider to grow. Outsiders are outsiders in the sense different other nations are growing, and our own discrimination is halting the growth. That is first thing. The second challenge or issue which Indian commerce and trade is facing. I'm talking, I just gave example of demographic challenge, demographic issue में जो caste, color, creed, race का जो वो है, जो sector है, जो basically we don't see that, but we can feel that there is a discrimination, and that's why that discrimination creates a problem. That was first issue. The other issue which I feel is in every sector, especially we are an agrarian country. Let's take example of agriculture. And agriculture sector, agriculture and allied sector employs the vast population of India. Today, I myself speak that not more than 60 to 65%, not more than that people reside I mean, that much people reside in rural part. And when it comes to rural population, rural areas pose different kind of problems. Now, one of the different kind of problem is right from electrification, road connectivity, then supply chains. Not robust or powerful supply chains for the assortments or products to reach up to the grassroots level. If you have a look on your own area and you visit your rural areas, in some of the rural areas, dear friends, in country like ours, there are no pakka roads. In rainy seasons, you cannot walk down, forget about two-wheeler and four-wheeler going. Tractors even can't go in that area. There is no electrification in certain areas. There are areas in India we are fortunate that we are in a particular stream, and we are either in metropolitan or tier 1 cities. We don't have a feel of it. But people in rural area, they literally beg for very simple ask. The shop in the rural area, if you have a look on that shop, dear friends, I teach rural marketing because that subject is very close to my heart. In a small shop of a rural area, the size of the soap, if you look at the size of the soap, size of the shampoo, size of oil, which are the basic necessities which we have, nobody purchase a bigger soap, nobody purchase a luxury soap, nobody purchase a shampoo with the one which we purchase. एक महीने के लिए पूरा शैम्पू जो हेड एंड शोल्डर्स का बड़ा परचेस करते हैं, they can't purchase, they don't purchase, and that's why shop people cannot keep those assortment, park those assortment. The shop people still are trying to get what should be the best source of income for better standard of living. That the better standard of living, they always expect and they always look at government. Government will do something for us. Or Neta, whoever the Neta, he will do something for us, perhaps. And hence, in the rural area, the educational system everywhere, in entire India, I'll not talk about any state. I blame on every state, the education system otherwise should have gone to the grassroots level in an efficient manner, which has not gone. And that's why the basic education to the children which has to be given, which otherwise change the psyche of that child for the development, which will provoke his mind for I should be developed one, which is not happening. The decision makers, let's not blame anybody, but decision makers, despite taking the good decisions, the implementation of that decisions with the funding is really not happening properly. I praise the word which I said earlier, Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. आप लोगों में से सारे ही जानते, because we all are teachers. Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, which was implemented by the central government in Congress regime, was one of the wonderful scheme which percolated up to every school. Why I am saying authoritatively? Because I run a school till 10th standard, and that Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan provides every equipment, anything that you need, right from almiras to computers to tables, and that's for children, that's for students, poor children. And this Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, it's not a problem. I'm not talking in the problem, but Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan has changed the educational landscape. Government need to give more emphasis on the education of the children, because those children, when they grow, they are going to be the best citizen of this best nation. This is first problem in an educational system. Second problem, rural infrastructural development. These are the issues. And those two issues are directly related with the issues in trade and commerce. The trade and commerce need skilled, semi-skilled staff. The skilled and semi-skilled staff they are unable to get the skilled and semi-skilled staff. On one side, in every area, people are ready to work. They want to give their time for the work. But on the other side, the people, those who want to recruit them, they are unable to give them job because they do not have required skills. So those giving required skills, entering into certain area, and that's the reason this government, which is focusing on skill-based development, skill-based schools or skill-based education. That's a wonderful initiative which was taken by. So my point was, trade and industry is facing a severe crunch of the skilled and non-skilled laborers, skilled employees, which otherwise would have come. So that is another problem. Sometimes the decisions which have been taken this issues are directly related with थोड़ा सा एक बड़ा picture मैं आपको बता देता हूँ कि these issues are directly related with external environment. आपने सभी ने पढ़ा है. You have read external environment and internal environment. External environment directly it is nothing but economic and what else? Economic environment, technological environment, international environment, legal environment, socio-culture. So any problem in that external environment is directly related with issues in trade and commerce. And on the other side, international forces play a majority vital role. And this international forces पे एक example, last example देने के बाद we are marching ahead towards 5 o'clock. एक last example मैं China का देना चाहूँगा, though you know it, I expect you to listen to it. Listen to it. Though you know it, आपको पता है. Chinese economy grew suddenly over a period of time. And Chinese people are very clever. I'll not make a point shrewd, but they are very clever. They joined United Nations after many nations very recently, 10 years or some years back, and they could get a clause of developing nation. I'm fortunate to visit to China for 13-14 days, but I saw it's a huge developed country and it's far away from any other. And they, with the clause, they entered into United Nations, and with that clause, they could sell. With the clause, they can sell their products easily in any country, especially in America, Europe, African countries, and other countries. Chinese are very clever to tag the best markets or the markets which are sought, especially American and European market, and their goods have entered like anything, and people believe their products because these products in China are made at lesser cost and sold at a lesser price. You and me are using some of the products. So major products, one of the major product which has been developed by China is 6G or 7G connectivity by Haier. There is a company named as Haier. So Haier and Huawei, something like, they say Huawei. So Huawei has developed a 6G technology and 7G technology. In America, no company has reached up to that level, and Chinese want to give that technology. Mr. Trump is not happy to have that technology because that's the latest and the fastest telecommunication technology. So in these two countries, what I'm trying to say, what's the problem we are facing? So China has started their internationalization, opening up of economy long back in 1916 after the passing of their old president Mao Zedong. And after Mao Zedong, Chinese economy developed like it, which unfortunately we having a lesser volume of KT of GDP. In the given GDP, we are trying to grow to the state of developed nation, but it will take long to flourish the industry. Industry need more impetus in the form of tax concessions, in the form of many other sanctions, which government is not readily trying to give, but industry is facing problem, perhaps due to the changes of international prices, otherwise hamper on the Indian industry. So these are some of the problems which I foresee. Government trying to give a fillip to it. Educationist, it's a role of educationist, which मैं आपके फोरम में जानबूझ के बता रहा हूँ कि role of the educationist is really taken up by the decision makers. May not be आपने पेपर लिख दिया, पॉलिसी पेपर लिख दिया, इनपुट दे दिया, दिल्ली में भेज दिया और वैसे के वैसे दे दिया, ऐसा नहीं और ऐसा होगा भी नहीं. If your views are right, if your views are acceptable, government and the decision makers are ready to take it. They take it up. So, role of the educationist for the development of the nation as far as their brains are concerned, so their intellectual is concerned. through the research papers is invited, and perhaps that could be the common point, that could be the point which will keep the issues and the challenges of the industries away from the industry. So dear friends, let me before you give your feedback, maybe positive or negative, let me say thanks to you. I'm very thankful for listening very patiently, making my session interactive a bit. I could see some of them have spoken. All of them, those who are on my screen, they were really attentive. Dr. Thanks goes to Dr. Shiva Prasad, especially he has introduced me well, though having a very small credentials, but he felt me. I could feel that he has talked big about me, which I'm not. With whatever my little knowledge, little experience I have, I could interact with you. And thank you so much for your.
It was
Yes.
wonderful session, sir.
Yes,
Very
sir.
insightful session.
I have not exaggerated anything, sir. I've just told what you are while introducing.
You are
That's all.
fitting to whatever Shivprasan was introduced. You are the same as sir has introduced. It was really good session.
5 o'clock yet, 2 minutes to go. Any questions if you have, you can ask me.